Works. Does it work? Hmm. You can hear me, but I can't hear me. So let me do a little thing here in OBS. Advanced audio properties. Let's turn off monitor. And let's turn it back on. And then I might hear me. Maybe. Bing. Yep, worked. Weird. All right, so here I am. Let's remove this. I was gonna not bother doing this, but I thought I'd stop in and spend an hour. Although now it's gonna be closer to 40 minutes. We'll see if anybody finds us. And I'm just gonna leave a couple of quick links. Not gonna do anything with Gorilla Glue. Already did. Already patched something else for a friend. Huh. Boop, boop. Don't mind me. Sound effects are necessary. And I should probably look and see what the cameras are doing. Ooh. Huh. I'll look at that later. So, enter. Do 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 do. All right. Do this. Do it right. Do a paste. Do an enter. And there we go. What does that have going on here? Giant moose head. Let's see here. Let's put that there. And come on, internet. Below. Below. Surprised the cat hasn't come to see me. Let's click on that. Let's do it right and do a paste. All right, there we go. Now let's do some roughing out and see if anybody finds us. Roughing out and basically going to probably do a dragon about this size, because if you look in the camera above, I'm going to do something that I used to do many years ago. I don't think I have any of those models around at all. You used to have a little dragon that sat on your shoulder. I kind of quit making them because economics and price point didn't generally match up. People dug them, but it took more to make than what I was selling them for, and I never thought putting the price tag on there that they should be would work. I don't know if any of that made sense. But, so what I'm going to do is look at doing one of these as foam. almost like stress ball foam. But and then these wings that I make for these guys would be used in that model also, I think. This could be an expensive flubber. We'll see though. So anyway, I'm going to try and do a dragon about this size, about this height. Uh, I was thinking of doing one that would be laying down over top of the shoulder, kind of like that. Or kind of like that. Ooh, maybe like that. That'll look like he's sleeping sideways. Huh. I don't know, I got a lot of ideas. So, in order to start scratching that itch, I'm gonna... This is the dollar-ish store aluminum foil. It did not rip off like it's supposed to. So let's try not to cut our finger doing this. There we go. So I'm going to make a core shape with some foil so I don't have to use as much clay. And I'm going to do these in monster clay also. Dollar store aluminum foil is being resistant. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of pull out a section of this. We'll see if we can at least get one roughed out. I might do 3 shapes. Oops. Uh, we'll see. So this really is just to take the core of the model up so I don't use as much clay. Oh, I see. This got knocked. Ding. There we go. Should we go up higher? How's that? All right. I microwaved my monster clay already, but I probably could have had it stay in there a little longer. We'll see if anybody... Ooh, what have I done? What have I done? We'll see if anybody pops on tonight or not. I'm going to leave a little message here in the chat to leave a message. Ding. All right. So here's my tub of monster clay, which I believe, let's see what grade we have here. This is soft. That's all I have is soft. So that's what I'm using. I should buy some of the hard grade because that's my preferred kind, but oh, hot. So when you microwave it, what happens is, like this up here is still kind of firmish. You can see how I can put my finger in it, so it's not that. But if you look down there, see how it's glossy? That's like molten lava. It's gooey. It was liquid completely 10 minutes ago when I brought it down here. That's one of the things about melting monster clay in a microwave. It, like anything in a microwave, it heats in the inside first. So this all goes gooey. So if you just grab this, like if I when I first did it, if I just stuck my hand right in there, I'd burn the stocky out of myself. So, anyway, lesson shared. We're gonna monkey about with this monster clay soft. Encase this piece of aluminum foil with it. Generally, I have a crock pot I use with the monster clay. So, my last thought that I spat out of my dumb brain was the idea of doing a figure that, or doing a dragon that was laying on its side. So, like this. And I probably will do a tail that's kind of curled. And wings behind it if I do that. I'll do the wings as part of the model instead of wings after. If I do a dragon that's sitting like this, with a tail behind it, kind of wrapped, I would use these wings after. Let these wings dictate the size of the dragon. It actually could be shrunk a little bit. Yeah, we said we were going to do multiples, so let's do multiples. We'll do this dragon sitting up first. So kind of like, not this design, but he's going to be sitting kind of like that. Huh. All right. And we'll see what we can get done. Slap on another bit of clay here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of monster clay soft. It's not my favorite monster clays. I forget why I bought this. So, what's this body? Oh, lost the ring. Ugh, come here. Oh, you know what? I have a pair of wings back here, I think. Yeah. So, like, how would these wings look with that size body? What do you think? Yeah, so, I think I'm on the right track. Where's that dragon in again? Gonna try and make this a little thinner. But I got that wad of aluminum foil in there. So I just kind of keep squeezing it more. And we're making the dragon neck there. Let's take a chunk of monster clay to rough out a face. Huh. This is really soft. The name, it's not just a clever name. So, part of me wants to make a thinner figure, but since I'm going to be doing this experiment in foam, expanding foam, I think having a slightly fatter body for the foam to expand is going to end up being better. So let's see here. Maybe not though. I don't know. I really am not a fan of this soft. So let's see here. We're gonna cut this wire off right there. Cut that wire off about the same distance. So let's see here. I'm just gonna stick these in. Excuse me. I just poked a hole in the aluminum foil. So does that head, and the head keeps falling because the monster clay is so soft. Does that head look too big for those wings? I think so. All right. I feel like I need a thinner piece of aluminum foil for what I'm trying to do here. See how that head moves? It's because it's monster clay soft. Plus, it's been microwaved, so the monster clay soft is extra soft right now. Yeah, I need to make this thinner. That wad of foil is too big for what I was doing, so we're gonna abort our sculpt and start over. I'm gonna save this piece of foil for something else, probably. Wow, this is... I don't know what this piece of foil is from, but I think we're gonna use it. I could really just not use foil at all. That's what I'm doing, getting rid of it. We're not gonna use foil at all. Since it's monster clay, it's not like I have to minimize expense. So, there, that's a thinner body. It's probably almost half the clay. Let's take that off. Let's make a little dragon face here. There we go. Stupid me. Let's just use polymer clay right now. This stuff just gets knocked around way too easy. All right. Do the same thing. We're just gonna, except since this has got no core, these are just gonna fall pretty easily. At that. So. Just gonna push this clay around. could decide if I want this to be a Game of Thrones wyvern dragon with just 2 legs, or what? Or a dragon. If I do. All right, like that. See, it's just falling backwards from the weight of the wings. All right, I think I am going to buy a box of Monster Clay Hard. Be just like he's sitting on his butt. Then do I make him leaning forward, kind of like a dog in a dog sit pose? It should be kind of like that. Here. Sit. Hi, good boy. I can't get that head to stand up. Oh. I just poked those holes there to give me a reference point for eyes. So that neck really needs to be longer for a dragon. And the weight of that is just going to make it fall. But, alright, let's make a quick tail. And we're going to do a lefty tail. So that would become part of the model up there. Kind of hide the feet, so I would sculpt feet there. That actually would be kind of a nice little shortcut. Can't get this to stay up. So there's a quick layout one. And I think these wings would actually work. Yeah. All right. Let's put this light on. All right. There's a quick one. It's 9 o'clock. Let's see if we could do a quick one. 1, 2. Quick 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, and here's the next two back here. The next two eyeballs with wings. The set of wings we're mucking around with right now are going to get used on one of these guys. I have 3 back here. Got a red eyeball, a blue, and a green. Oh, I need to make 2 more sets of wings, and then that's going to be it. I'm going to see how they do at what shows do I have coming up. I'll probably bring 2 or 3 too. Maybe I'll just bring 2 to Alt Street Market. It's happening down in Akron a little bit. Something else was happening also. Anyway, and then I'll probably bring like 5 or so to Dragon Con. See what happens with them at Dragon Con. And then I gotta wait and see if I get into some other shows I'm hoping to get into, but I'm not gonna know that till the end of May? End of May, I think. Huh. So, alright, well, let's do another quick layout. Put his head back up. Let's grab some monster clay out of here. So, sitting like that was one idea. What was the other idea? I know laying down sideways was one, but there was 2 that were kind of like this pose. I don't remember. Let's try the laying. Oh, maybe it was like laying down forward to backwards, like just like that, so that somebody would have it. But I think I'm gonna do. Oh, I know there's another thing I wanted to do. I'll just keep half thinking out loud. I wanted to make one that was grabbing. These wings could work for that, I guess. I just use them backwards though, so people saw that side. So the way the verbiage I mean with grabbing is like it would be stuck. Oh, gotta go up higher. It would be stuck here, like stuck on your shirt, and all the legs. Well, here, let's just do a quick rough out, huh? Shall we? Oh, oh, hello, Mr. Kitty. Hello, Mr. Kitty. What's going on? Are you needing some love? I'm gonna change my lives to sculpting with Holden. All right, so there's a neck. So the thing though I'm gonna have to take into account is that it's got to be totally flat. Because listen, buddy, I'm putting you down. It's got to be totally flat because if I'm going to do these in expanding foam, you know, I'm going to fill the mold. It's going to expand. I can't have a neck up like this. It's got to be a flat, perfectly flat mold. So I can't like can't have the head bent up looking like I was in my head. I was just thinking it'd be cool to, you know, have the head like this on the front. Let's make it slightly dragony nose, and I'm just going to put a couple of dents for eyeballs for now again. Having it like, if you look at it from above, like having them do that. I could, I guess, do that. It would have to be really a hard angle. Settle down, buddy. Don't, you're going to use your claws. So, all right, Listen, I'm trying to do stuff. I only got another 5-10 minutes of sculpting. Down, go play. So let's just roll out some clay for a tail. Bloop that on for a tail. His body could be fatter, but this is just a test, experimental layout. I'm going to roll out 3 balls of clay about the same size. You can smell my fabric glue. You barking at, Violet? All right, those are close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades. So my concept, maybe I should do a smaller animal or a smaller dragon than this, instead of trying to do it the same size as the guy back here. So years and years and years and years and years ago, somebody said something to me about making something clinging. So it's always kind of been in my head to want to try and do something, but don't know if I don't know if casting this in expandable foam is going to work. So it's supposed to kind of be like, God, this clay is so soft. Do I do it to keep the model? And he would have wings, kind of like. So it would be like, if you look in this camera, let me see if I can bring it down a little bit so you see more of my, less of my face. So there would be a magnet here on the belly, magnet underneath, and he would kind of be stuck to you like that, or you could have him stuck to your arm like that, or stuck to a hat. So problem is, doing something like that in resin would just be too heavy and it getting knocked about pretty easily. I could try and do expanding foam version, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how good this concept is. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep this instead of throwing it out. I'll just make a couple little hands and feet, or paws, since it's a dragon. I was gonna do, I think, a fairy kind of like this. I did experiment with a fairy that had a window figure. That was funny. So I don't know. That's this idea. Stuck to me idea. The other idea, see how much this clay is hardened. I can still probably get enough to rough out a third in 45 minutes. Again, these are just me figuring out if I'm gonna like the layout and I want to sculpt something like this. I do this every once in a while for a new design. Even when I did this guy, he was kind of done the same way. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to roll out a body. Is that about the size of this one? Sure, sure. Really gonna kind of be similar to this thing. Because he's gonna have to let's see here. Let's just make 4 balls again. Although I don't know, 100% know how I'm going to do the wings. I think this concept might call for. So let's see here. Kind of like he's resting his head on his legs and hands. Don't do it. I got a cat ready to jump. So we got that. Let's see if we can. Yeah, this clay's starting to firm up. Still way too soft, but it's harder than it was. All right. Dragon tail. So I think I would end up doing this too. Again, wrapping a tail kind of like that. If this is going to be a foam, expanding foam casting, I don't want, this is going to, I think, be a pain in the ass to try and do with expanding foam. I've used expanding foam once, but never as the casting. It's filled inside of a silicone face that I made. So anyway, so if I do this, all these legs would really just be, you know, on the body. It would work much better for a figure. And like that. And even then, depending on how to do these wings, if I just make them down, they're really going to hide the legs. If I use these wings, like say I want to use these wings still, and I want to do that just to have them up, I could do that. And if somebody wanted to, they could still bend them and pose them a little bit. It's not horrible. So this thing Can you see my shoulders? Let's see. Let's do this shoulder. So this body. I guess we can put the wings back on to demonstrate. So this body would be like sleeping on a shoulder like that with a mag underneath. Like that. I don't know. Hey, Ken. It's not made up. Let's see here. Where's my lizard head? You just wait right there. Did I get rid of it? I don't think I did. There's Starro. There's some wolf. Ooh. Oh boy, that figure fell. That was a product test. Yeah, I don't see my, maybe he's still upstairs. The original model is here. So I did this for a cosplayer, Ken. It is the shrunken head of a lizard shaman. The LARPer played a shaman whose great grandmother was also a very powerful shaman. And a shrunken head did shrunken headed shrunk they shrunk her head, man. And the LARPer carries the head inside of a pouch when they're playing. And when they go to cast spells, they take that head out of a pouch and hold it up while they're casting spells. Yeah. Yeah. So. Steam graphite. You're just making stuff up. You're going to start talking about high-speed beta max internet service providing encryption stuff. Just making stuff up. I'm still looking for my shrunken head. I don't know what the hell I did with it. I don't think I would have thrown that out. I did do a purge, a bunch of stuff I really didn't hold on to. Huh. Anywho. So, there's the dragon ideas. You missed it all, Ken. Oh, you wanna here since you're here, Ken, I'll show you what hold on. I'm gonna go wander over to my staining booth. Oh, did I find it? What's in here? Oh, that's a dragon egg. That's a skull. What's this? Oh, that's not stuff either. Whew. Smells like fumes. Oh, it's the crap in my hands. I really do wonder what I did with that head. I made these, Ken. Claude Raymond design. When my father got his, he had pancreatic cancer. And in order to distract myself, I started to sculpt again. And then I had so much crap that I made, I was going to do a show. And I decided to start a company up. So Claude is my mom's name. Raymond is my dad's name. So I made a fake name, Claude Raymond, or, you know, if you're French, Claude Ramon design. So for years, there's some people at shows that called me Claude. And then one time he said it to me, and I'm like, you do know I'm Steve, right? He's like, huh? Yeah, what? I'm just gonna call you Claude. So he still calls me Claude. Oh, but that's how I got the name. It's my parents' first names for my LLC. I'm still looking for my silicone head. Oop, that fell. Oh, that fell too. So I have that fake name, and then I used Rob Stevens on radio for 15 years. So anyway, this is what I made. Uh, so it can sit in front of the first player when you're playing Zombicide. I needed to, I used a different method to do this. So I kind of just did an experiment. I wanted to try something, and then that popped into my head to do. So that's why, and I made a couple. So if you want one, I was going to leave one with John, and I don't know if there's a third person in there that plays the game, they can have one too. I don't need any of them, but I was going to bring them next week. Yeah, that the LED eye is, I if it was a giant head, I would do that. The green on this one really makes him look striped because I did him sideways. These guys, the green's running long ways. I didn't want to waste the wood, so I did one that way on the. Anywho. So now I'm going to sit and stare and think about which one of these dragon ideas I want to use to do the foam with. Do I do dragon lily on the shoulder that way? Do I dragon that sits on the shoulder? And do I don't know what I would call this one, but stuck to your shirt. I'm doing one more search for my shrunken head. Don't mind me. I'll be back. Oh my god, maybe I won't. I'm not getting up off the ground. I'm dead. I'm hurt. I'm old. It's not down there. Huh. Ugh. Did you guys play your D&D tonight? Are you already wrapped up? Oh, I did find the head. No, that's a skull. Damn it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Keep thinking I'm finding my shrunken lizard head. I'm not finding Jack. Doodly. Bunch of crap. Yeah, well. All right, Mr. Evans. I think I'm going to call it. No idea where that head is. Maybe it's still upstairs in my old studio room. Oops. Ah, I forgot it's Thursday, isn't it? He's in Wales? Eesh. There's a gentleman that watches me do lives who's in, I think he's Londonish. I think said he was just south of London. And he was what, 4 or 5 times he was catching me do lives in the evening on a weekday like this. And I'm like, I realized it's like 2 in the morning for him by the time I stop at 9:30. All right, yeah, we'll see you, Ken. I do need to wrap up. Uh, I'll bring those little who's first player token things uh, next week. I keep looking for the face. Think I'm going to find it. All right, have a good night, sir. It's late for us. It's bedtime. I'm going to put up my logo once I find my little mini keyboard and sign out. Have a good night, Ken. We'll see you on Tuesday.